Yes. Welcome to another live stream from our YouTube channel, How to Get an 800 Credit Score. Thank you so much to all of you who have joined us in our previous live stream where we talked about how do I qualify for a mortgage with our where we had our special guest by the name of Michael Holmes from Delta Credit Restoration. We had a wonderful time there and enjoyed, every minute of it too, also as well. So if you're interested and looking for ways to build your credit, to increase your credit score, to also as well, and ways to build business credit, get approved for business funding or personal loans or lines of credit. Maybe you're looking to get approved for a mortgage or a car loan, or maybe simply want to travel the world for free. Well, building credit, that's where it starts at. And if you're interested in all of those things, you want to go ahead and hit the subscribe button and also hit the bell for notifications too, also as well. So that way you will never miss a single video as we make them here on this channel, How to Get an 800 Credit Score. All of the links to follow me on social media can be found at the bottom of the About section of this channel too, also as well. Since we're doing a totally different setup this time, the same setup we used last time, but not the same setup that we use all the times. Those links, can be found there at the bottom of the About section of this channel, where you can follow me there on Facebook. You can follow me on Twitter. You can follow me on LinkedIn, Pinterest, Tumblr, Instagram too, and all of the social media networks. We also ask that everyone please join our Facebook credit group. The name of our Facebook group is called How to Get Excellent Credit. We ask that everyone join there because it helps when everyone can share their credit experiences and what they're going through with building their credit and increasing their credit scores too, also as well. And it helps others, subscribers and viewers, and even Facebook participants to learn from those experiences also, and to gain insights and better perspectives too, also as well, from those. And we ask that you like our Facebook page. It's called How to Get an 800 Credit Score. Join our Patreon. You can become a patron and support this channel with signing up with a patron membership to there also as well. Or you can also support this channel by sending a donation through the Cash App to $Lyndon Baptiste. That's my first and last name, $Lyndon Baptiste. Or we also have our super chats are enabled now that we have passed our milestone of 1,000 subscribers. So now we can accept super chats, and we thank you. We say a special thank you to all of you who have sent super chats in the past too, also as well. So we welcome those because, by supporting our channel, it helps us to make better videos, plan better content too, also, and provide you with the best information possible on how to increase your credit score and how to build credit. First and foremost, thank you to all of you who have joined with us, whether you're watching along or simply listening. We do appreciate you just as well. And first and foremost, I would like to say a special thank you and give a warm welcome to Janelle. Thank you so much, Janelle, for joining us. Everyone, please give a warm welcome to Janelle Leone too, also as well. Janelle has been a great help to the channel because she helps me to recognize people's comments. And if I missed anyone's comment, she definitely reminds me and tells me, hey, you missed this comment or that comment, or, this person raised a question there. You need to answer that. This one sent a super chat. You need to recognize that. So she is truly a blessing to the channel. So everyone, please say hello to Janelle Leone. Also, would like to give a warm welcome to DJ Lady JTV. DJ Lady J, how you doing this evening? Good evening to you also, DJ Lady. I like your profile picture. It looks like some great DJ equipment there. It looks like maybe some turntable equipment there. I can see that. That's awesome, awesome. But I know we haven't seen you in a while, but thank you for joining us once again. I know we saw you on one of our recent live streams, but we haven't seen you in a while before that. But we do appreciate you and glad that you were able to join us tonight in this live stream. I know this is a surprise. Excuse me. This is a surprise to many of you, maybe all of you, because we did not let anyone know that we were going live. We just wanted to see what would happen if we just all of a sudden went live. We've done this before plenty of times, but we decided just to do a quick surprise live stream. So also let's see. Janelle says, "Hello, girly, long time no see. How are you? We miss you." I believe she's talking to DJ Lady JTV. Awesome. Yes, we definitely miss you, DJ Lady. Also as well. And David Amex King Moss. So everyone, please give a warm welcome to David Amex King Moss. David Amex King has officially started his YouTube channel, people. And on his channel, he talks about credit cards and credit card rewards and how to maximize the value that you receive from those two also as well. So you definitely want to check out his channel. You can click on his name here inside of the chat, David Amex King Moss, and then click on go to channel. And when you get there, you want to hit the subscribe button and the bell notification so you won't miss any of the content that David provides. And welcome, David, back again. Thank you for joining us again. Appreciate that you participated in our last live stream. You definitely gave our guests a lot of very great questions too also as well. David, we really appreciate you. David, we're glad that you're here too also as well. And David says he just arrived in Seattle for a long weekend vacation to see my family. It was my 65th flight of the year. I need to slow down. Wow, you've been doing an awful lot of traveling there, David. So you definitely must be getting a lot of rewards on those credit cards. I mean, to be traveling that much, I'm sure the Chase Sapphire Reserve is definitely, if you have that card, it sure is good to you right about now with all the traveling that you have been doing. You said this is your 65th flight of the year, and that's awesome there, David. So you just arrived in Seattle. That's awesome. Do you plan on doing any video streaming while you're in Seattle on YouTube? By the way, maybe showing us the area, showing us like what type of lounges they have there, or what the if you're at the Hyatt or the Hilton. That would be awesome, David. Or maybe just show us around the city of Seattle. So David, that's great. I'm glad you made it there safe too also as well. So great going there, David. Also, everyone, please give a warm welcome to Mr. Chocolatazo. Mr. Chocolatazo, welcome back once again. And peace to you too also as well. And blessings, Mr. Chocolatazo. Thank you for joining us. Once again, everyone, please welcome Mr. Chocolatazo. Also with us is Pink Lady Barber. Pink Lady Barber, thank you so much for joining us once again. I really appreciate you, Pink Lady. Hello to you too also as well. I really appreciate, the fact that you're in so many of our live streams with us, sharing with our credit family here and participate, and really appreciate that too. So everyone, please give a warm welcome to Pink Lady Barber. Also, I'd like to welcome Nate and Jess too also. Thank you for joining us, Nate and Jess. I really love your live streams. You're getting even better and better at these live streams. Great live streams that you guys are doing. actually. And everyone, Nate and Jess have their own YouTube channel. It's called Nate and Jess Epic Travels Frugal Living too. So you definitely want to click on their name, Nate and Jess Epic Travels Frugal Living, because they talk about travel rewards credit cards too also as well. I believe they have some videos there about activities they've done while traveling to. Great content. So you just want to click on their name here in the chat, Nate and Jess Epic Travels Frugal Living, and click on go to channel. When you get there, hit the subscribe and the bell notifications. Thank you for joining. And everyone, please welcome Nate and Jess too also as well. Also, everyone, please give a warm welcome to Jessica R. Jessica R is back once again. We appreciate you, Jessica R. Thank you for joining us in another live stream. Welcome back. And let's see, any other comments there? Mr. Chocolatazo says hello to Janelle. So Janelle, Mr. Chocolatazo says hello to you. And Mr. Cornell, Mr. Mentor Freeman, how you doing there, buddy? It looks like you're getting ready to head out to Ohio and you're driving a truck once again. So definitely be careful. Drive safely while you're on the road. I appreciate you here listening to this live stream. Also, Cornell, really appreciate that too. Mr. Chocolatazo says Lewis, aka Chocolatazo. So I guess that's your name, Lewis. I never knew that before now, Lewis, and thank you for sharing that with us. And so now I know your name is Lewis. So it's just amazing how, a lot of our viewers and subscribers, are in the live streams with us for so long, and we never knew what their actual name was besides their YouTube name. But thank you for sharing that, Mr. Chocolatazo. I will try to remember that. Your name is Lewis. So Lewis, thank you for joining us. Everyone, please give a warm welcome to Lewis or Mr. Chocolatazo too also as well. Nate and Jess, you're very welcome. And okay, yes, he did follow up there on that. Mr. Chocolatazo says, my given name is Lewis. Yes, appreciate that. Actually, I have a brother by the name of Lewis. By the way, I should turn that heater down because we have one of these noisy heaters here, and it just makes a lot of noise. I didn't want to bring that into the live stream. So yeah, Mr. Chocolatazo, I have a brother as well named Lewis in Florida. And Lewis just started his own YouTube channel. He does a lot of DJing. He has a radio station, and he deals with like hip hop artists and singers. He interviews them, very famous people too also. So yeah. So I will definitely try to remember. That's one way I can connect that name, Lewis, for sure. All right, Mr. Chocolatazo, Lewis. All right, thank you for sharing. And Lewis says, nobody knew my name, only the WhatsApp group. Oh, okay. Well, I must have missed that because I'm also in the WhatsApp group too also. And I see a lot of, exchanges going on there. A lot of great conversations going on in the WhatsApp group. It's just that a lot of times I'm at work and I see the notifications on my phone. Sometimes I'm able to read all of them. Sometimes I'm not, but I try to get a lot of it in between, like on break times and lunch breaks and after work and things, because there's a lot of interesting, information being shared in the WhatsApp group. We got Flashpoint in there, David Amex, King Moss in there, Nate and Jess, TEC, Flashpoint. I don't know if Will Schropp is in there. I never seen Will Schropp in there, but a lot. Bob from Cakeology is also in the WhatsApp group too. Also, that's TEC's David from Travel Explorer Click. He has a WhatsApp group, very interesting group there. So I don't have the link for it, people, but you can definitely find a link. I believe it's on David's channel, any one of David's live streams and his recent live streams. He has a link, I believe, in the description of any of his recent videos to the WhatsApp group if you're interested in, joining up and signing up for that WhatsApp group too also. And it's a great channel that he has there, and he does some awesome live streams. We have a lot of fun in the live streams, and his channel is called Travel Explorer Click. So if you haven't heard of it yet, you definitely want to go to his channel and subscribe for sure. So that way you can participate too also as well. So let's see if I missed any other comments. Yes, Lewis again, Mr. Chocolatazo says, do not type much on there. Oh, okay. Maybe you're just like me then, Lewis. I don't really type too much on there, but I do. Once in a while I'll, say something on there. But a lot of the times I'm reading a lot of the comments there inside of the WhatsApp group. And like I said, it's a lot of great information. I like watching a lot of the pictures and the short video clips about, a lot of the, hotels and, the Hyatts, the lounges, and all of those things. Is very interesting. I like reading about a lot of the new credit card offers that people talk about there. Some people compare credit cards. People talk about their experiences applying for different credit cards too. Also, so it's a great experience there. And I'm also, aware of like when Flashpoint makes a new video or when Flashpoint does a new live stream too. It's kind of a reminder. So that's a good thing, great thing too. Also, as well as I'm reminded anytime David does a new live stream or video on Travel Explorer Click too also as well. But I mean, it's just an extra reminder to me because I'm also subscribed to both of their channels. So I get enough notifications for sure, which is a good thing because I definitely don't want to miss any of those live streams for sure, especially not David or Flashpoint's live streams or videos, by the way. Nate and Jess says, smash that like button, guys. Yes, definitely. Thank you for saying that, Nate and Jess. You definitely want to hit the thumbs up button because it helps the channel and it helps YouTube to promote our channel and our videos better too also. So by promoting it, we can get more views to our videos, to our live streams, to the channel too also. So it's just great all around. All right, so let's see what Lewis says. I agree with you. I like to read the info. Yeah, Lewis is definitely awesome info there. A lot of them talk about other topics too, like say if Ask Sebi makes a new video about a new credit card offer. People will talk about it, we'll discuss it, we'll go into detail, we'll break down the rewards and the points and the differences between the current offer and the previous offer too also. So it's a great group all around. I definitely gonna give it that. It's a great group. And David really did a good job in, orchestrating and organizing and putting that group together because he has a lot of people in there, sharing very valuable information there that we all can learn from too also. Yes, Lewis says, great group. Yes, I definitely agree. So people, we have a new person here in our live stream today. Goes by the name of Justin Stone, and I like that profile picture there, Justin. That's awesome. That is awesome, Justin. I like the bear, the picture of the big bear there. Bears are like one of my favorite animals, by the way. And Justin is a new person to our live stream. So, Justin, I want you to know that you're always welcome here on our live streams. And, I thank you for participating, and feel free to comment as little or as much as you like. Anything that you would like to share with the group pertaining to credit or credit cards, travel credit cards, anything interrelated. Finance could be finance too, because finance does affect credit and vice versa too, also as well. And also, if you see any questions inside of the group, inside of the chat, that you're interested in answering, go ahead and take a swing at it for sure. So everyone, please say hello to Justin Stone, by the way. Okay, so I really appreciate all of you. Nate and Jess, and thank you for the thumbs up, Nate and Jess, and Cornell. Thank you for saying that, Cornell. Yes, definitely hit the thumbs up button, guys. It really helps out the channel. We also have another new person here in our live stream by the name of Javier Ramirez. Javier, welcome to the live stream. Too, also, I like the shades that you're wearing in your profile picture, by the way. It's awesome. Javier is a new person to the channel, so Javier, you're always welcome here. And everyone, please say hello to Javier Ramirez. I hope I pronounced that right, Javier. Javier says Schwab Intelligent Portfolio versus Betterment. Cannot decide if I should switch to Schwab, currently using Betterment as a robo-advisor. Okay, that's a great question there. We normally don't talk too much about finance topics here, but we talk mainly about credit. But I hear a lot of good things about Schwab, and it was actually brought up in last night's live stream when we had our special guest, Michael Holmes from Delta Credit Restoration. And I believe someone did ask a question about the Charles Schwab. Is it can it be included, in your presentation to a mortgage lender when you're applying for a mortgage? And I believe the answer was yes, it can be presented, as long as you can show continuation, that it will go on, that this source of income will continue to go on, for at least the next 3 years. So I believe a lot of the mortgage lenders just want to know that it is not just a one-time payment that you receive, a sort of thing like that. They want to know that it is going to be a continuing income source coming in the future to also as well. But that's a great question there, Javier. I mean, we would definitely look into that. And like I said, we don't normally talk about finance topics, but this one is definitely worth us looking into. So we thank you so much for that question too, also as well, Javier, appreciate you. Okay, let's see. What does Nate and Jess says? Schwab, no more commissions on traded. Okay, thank you for speaking on that, on answering that, Nate and Jess, for us. We appreciate that. No more commissions, huh? Okay. Yes. I believe you did have a live stream. Yeah, they did have a live stream about that, Nate and Jess.
I was on the Google News today.
Oh, that was on Google News today. Janelle is telling me about it. So I didn't get a chance to read the article or read the news article and see what it's about, but I will definitely learn more about that later on for sure, because it seems like that's something worth looking at. The commissions being taken out, and some people are even trying to compare it to Robinhood, investing that way, and it's quite interesting topic to look over to also. Pink Lady Barber says, for any other person who is wondering about my gender, I am female, licensed barber,
You
over
go, Pink Lady
20
Barber.
years.
Go, kick some butt.
Do you hear Janelle over here? Janelle's in your corner. They're cheering you
You
on,
go,
Pink
girl.
Lady. So I hear that, Pink Lady, for sure. Thank you for clearing that
I'll
up, Pink
find it
Lady.
later.
Sneaky 25, welcome back, buddy. Thank you for joining us in another live stream, Sneaky. Good evening to you too, also as well. Everyone, please say hello to Sneaky 25. Welcome back, Sneaky. And Justin Stone says, thank you, sir. You're a real one. Thank you, Justin Stone. We appreciate you joining our live streams. Thank you so much. And Pink Lady Barber says, just because my name tag says Barber doesn't mean that it has to be a male or other. I know, right, Pink Lady? Who's to say
I agree with
all?
that.
I mean,
Big
all
fact.
barbers are not female, right? All nurses are not. All barbers are not male. Is what I meant to say, right? and all nurses are not
No
women.
matter what, Pink
So
Lady Barber, we love you.
yeah. We definitely love you, Pink Lady Barber. Just like someone at work, I think one of our managers at work had told us one
Matter of
day
fact, I
and
think
said
about her
that
every night.
not all men are very strong. Some men cannot lift a certain amount of pounds of weight, and so he was explaining that to our coworkers there in a safety meeting, because it was like a lot of misunderstandings and people assuming stuff. Oh, he's a man, he should be able to handle stacking 120-pound boxes on pallets, when not everyone in our department can do that. You know what I mean? I would say very few, small percentage of the men in our department can do that continuously for 9 hours a day. A lot of the men in our department, like to do the lighter lifting work. You know, so that's just goes without saying there. Okay, Nate and Jess says Schwab is great now. They are commission free. Yeah, that's where I remember you speaking about that in the live stream, one of the live streams that you had, Nate, about Charles Schwab and the commissions that they took out. Now you don't have to pay a commission to invest, I believe. It says you can get the Charles Schwab Platinum Card to convert American Express points to cash into a brokerage account. Okay, that's very interesting, Nate and Jess. So basically, you're saying that with the Charles Schwab Platinum Card, you can convert over those American Express points and you can use those to invest into stocks, right? Is that what you're saying there? Because that's very interesting, for people to be able to do that. Then you're not using your own money, actually. You earned that. You definitely earned those points for sure. Don't get me wrong. But those points are an added bonus, for just doing your regular spending habits and living your regular lifestyle that you're accustomed to living, every day. I mean, that's the right way to use rewards points and you know, those types of credit cards. There are people who do manufactured spending and things like that, but you definitely don't want to do that unless you know what you're doing. Okay, you definitely want to know what you're doing. You don't want to put yourself into situations where you want to harm your credit score, harm your chances of getting approved for things, Um, so you want to be careful with the manufactured spend. And if that's something that you do decide to do, like I said again, make sure you know what you're doing, okay, before you go out and attempt that. But, normally I would say just keep your spend, you know, the way you normally spend, you know. Um, And we also did a live stream topic, I believe, not on that, but it was about how to maintain good credit, right? And that was the title of the live stream. And inside of that live stream, we talked about that. We also talked about that somewhat in another live stream. The topic of that was called "How to Get Approved for Any Credit Card." Right. Inside of that topic, we discussed, how your spending should be. And so let's see any other comments. Yes, thank you. You're definitely welcome, Javier Ramirez. And thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate you. We appreciate every time we get new people here in our live streams too also. And it definitely, helps to spread the channel, to promote the video, to promote the live stream, etc. When YouTube sees all this engagement going on in the live streams on the channel, and people comment on live streams or videos too also, people hit the like button, all of those things definitely helps out the channel. So we really appreciate you, Javier, for stopping by. If you haven't already, definitely say hello to Javier Ramirez. Pink Lady says, I always have to keep people in check. Being a female barber around a bunch of men. At Janelle, talking to Janelle over here. I hear you, Pink Lady. Okay, let's see the other comments. Okay, Nate says, I'm still super excited about Schwab. LOL. Yeah, I'm kind of excited, sort of excited, but definitely when Janelle and I read that news article or a few news articles on it, we probably will be even more excited about it too, also as well. But from just what you've been telling us, Nate, about this, it sounds super exciting.
Thanks, Nate. Now you got me attached to it.
You hear Janelle over here? Now you got Janelle excited about it too.
Now she's gonna get me thinking about that.
She's searching on Google for it.
I can't find it.
Okay, so let's see what else we have. Javier says the Schwab checking account, I hear, reimburses ATM fees worldwide. Very tempting. Yeah, that is tempting. I mean, if they can reimburse
both of them.
Yeah, Janelle says thank you to Javier too, as well. That's very interesting. I mean, if I was to just go down the street from my job, during my lunch break or something, because maybe I needed a little cash, and I had to stop at the ATM. Then you telling me that that $3 transaction, that $3 ATM fee, that Schwab would reimburse that?
And now they're talking about doing a $5 fee at the ATM machine.
Who's talking about doing a $5?
It's on the Google News.
Find it. Okay. Yeah, Janelle was just telling me that they're talking about doing a $5 ATM fee on the news. So I don't know. A lot of new stuff is going on, and Janelle and I have found out a lot about, seeing a lot of this stuff on the news, but we have not decided to make any videos about some of them. For example, I'm sure maybe some of you might have heard of the Yahoo data breach settlement or whatever. It's kind of similar to what happened on the Equifax settlement, right? Well, we decided not to make a video about that because of what happened with the Equifax settlement. For one, they changed the they didn't really change anything. Okay, they didn't really change anything. Everything was the same from the beginning of the settlement. The only difference is people that did news articles and short clips on the news too, also as well, NBC, ABC, Fox News, etc., right? They did not thoroughly read through the entire disposition from the court, right? Because it's many pages long. All right. I believe all they did was like scan through it and put what they wanted to put out there on the news. But they did not put one clause in there that stated that the more people that signed up for this claim, the less that each person would receive. And that is in the court official document. Okay. Um, so, I mean, I know that's kind of disappointing. So that's one reason we decided not to make a video about this Yahoo data settlement thing, right? And another reason, the second reason we decided not to make a video about it is because it doesn't really pertain to credit or building credit or increasing your credit score, right? The Equifax is a credit bureau for one, so they're related to credit topics and things like that. So it was more related to the channel for us to make a video about that, right? So anyway, long story short, we just didn't want to make a video about that. Let's see. Okay, we have, okay. Welcome back. Brian Taylor is back once again. Brian Taylor has his own YouTube channel. He's made some videos about credit repair. So if you're interested in what the content he has on there, you definitely want to click on his name inside of the chat here, Brian Taylor, and click on go to channel, and then you can see all of his videos that he has there on the channel. And Brian, still waiting for some more videos, brother. When are we gonna see some videos from you? I'm just you know, I'm just really anxious to see a video from you, my brother. All right, Nate and Jess says hi, everyone. Make sure that you hit the like button. Thank you for saying that, Nate and Jess. I really appreciate that. Okay, so right now we have 11 people with us here in the live stream. So I want to say thank you to all of you who have joined with it. I really appreciate all you guys for joining us on this live stream too, also as well. But before I get into today's topic, was really short. It's really probably going to be the shortest topic on this channel, right? I want to recognize Nate and Jess's comment. Nate and Jess says, found out today, unfortunately, being an authorized user on other cards counts against you with 524. Yeah, I saw that in the WhatsApp group. Janelle saw that too, right before we did the live stream too. We read what happened. I'm sorry to hear that there, Nate. But yeah, Chase does count authorized users in the 524 rule. Actually, Nate, we made a video about the Chase 524 rule. It's here on our channel. You could definitely just type it in the search bar, Chase 524 rule, and the video should pop up right there. And we did a complete topic on that. We even showed some documented information there live in a live stream about what counts towards the 524 rule. There are some business credit cards that counts towards the 524 rule. There are some business credit cards that do not count toward the 524 rule. Authorized users count toward the 524 rule. Also, other types of credit cards also count toward the 524 rule too also as well. So you definitely want to watch that video. Is gets in a lot of detail about what counts and what does not count towards the 524 rule. But definitely Chase sees an authorized user account as being they look at it as being your own. I don't know if they look at it as being your own credit card, because it does say authorized user on a credit report, right? It says responsibility, I believe. And then next to the word responsibility, it will say authorized user on a credit report. But they do count it for some reason towards the Chase 524. So I don't know if they don't understand that some people don't have an actual card, right? They're just added as an authorized user. Like I have a couple authorized users on my credit report that reports every month to the credit bureaus, but I don't have an actual credit card, right? Janelle is also an authorized user on one of my credit cards too, and she's an authorized user on one of Dwayne's credit cards from How to Build Credit TV, the other YouTube channel that we're always on his live streams too, also as well. And she does not have an actual card, right? But some people do have actual cards. And the point that I'm trying to make here is that when you have an actual card, you kind of, you can share in the responsibility of making the on-time payments, right? Keeping the credit utilization low on that card too, also as well. But if you don't have a card, then I don't believe that you're really sharing in that responsibility, right? So I believe that Chase's 524 rule should be more specific, right? They should be more specific pertaining to people who have a card versus people who do not have a card. And I believe that if people do not have a card, an actual credit card, and are as authorized users on someone else's credit account, if they do not have an actual credit card, then they should not be, that authorized user account should not be counted toward the 524 rule. However, the exception is that if someone does have a credit card and they're using that credit card, then that the authorized user account should be counted toward the 524 rule because they're sharing in the actual responsibilities of making on-time payments, the credit usage, and things pertaining to that credit account too also as well. So I'm sorry to hear that, Nate and Jess. From what I understand, if you go into the branch, you can definitely try to approach one of their reps and try to explain the situation there, or you can I'm not sure about trying to get an authorized user account removed from a credit report because I've had authorized users accounts that I was placed on other people's credit cards. And I found that, well, I wanted to close some of those authorized user accounts. And the reason why I wanted to close some of those authorized users accounts is because they were my newest accounts on my credit reports. So I know one guy, I consider him a very close friend of mine, right? I was an authorized user on several of his credit cards, but a lot of those credit cards were new accounts. And I believe that if I close down all those new accounts, that my credit score will go up because I would be increasing my average age of credit. And that was my theory. So in theory, I believed it was a good plan. And what actually happened was what I thought would happen. My theory was correct. Okay. When I closed down all those authorized users, one of the authorized users had a very high credit limit, but the actual account was an American Express card. And it was just opened in either March or April, I believe. It had a very high credit limit, but it was a new account, right? When I closed it down, my average age of credit went up and my credit score jumped up. And every time I closed down a new account, my credit score kept going up, right? So I said, okay, wow, this is awesome news. I'm just going to keep closing new accounts, my newest account, not my oldest accounts, not my middle to the oldest accounts, but my newest accounts. And every time I done that, it was just tremendous results. And I said, well, I'm just going to close all my newest accounts, right? Keep my oldest accounts open. And, that's what I'm going to do from now on. And I'm actually not going to apply for any credit for a very, very, very long time for sure. So that's my plan. What I'm going to do for now going forward. Okay, let's see what else comments do we have here.
Nate.
Nate says, I'm going to call tomorrow to see if they will reconsider and if I remove myself as an authorized user on a few cards in exchange for approval. Yes, definitely. That would be a good idea. And the other thing that I was going to say about that, Nate, I'm glad you brought that up. Okay, I'm going to read the next one before I answer. Like Janelle recommended, does the Southwest Business Premier Card count against 524? Well, I don't know that offhand, Nate. But like I said, a lot of that information and detail is in that video that we made here on this channel. So actually, I know you don't have, I know now you might not want to go watch that video now, but let me see if I could pull that up here. Some of the information.
You want me to get the information?
Yeah, Janelle, can you do that for me? Actually, I can actually try to pull that up really fast. Let me see. Business card. Let's see if I can find it. Right? Yeah, it's Southwest. I'm just gonna pull up some of the info here. Yeah, there we go. Because they are, like I said, there are some business cards that count towards the 524 and some that don't. Yeah, because there's a lot of information in that video, Nate, that we made. I don't remember all of it. All of the information. That's the things. Let's see. Which cards are impacted? I believe. Let's see if I can find that. Are the exceptions to the rule? Yeah, because there are a few exceptions to that Chase 524. Okay, now I think I pulled it up. Let's see what we have here. Okay, actually, I think I can put that up.
Not count towards your 5 card.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull up this one that he asked about. Okay, Nate, I found it says the Chase small business credit cards that are impacted by the 524 rule. One of them is the Chase Southwest Airlines Rapid Rewards Premier Business Card. That is affected by the 524 rule. It's impacted, affected, same meaning. And they have a list of several different business cards that are impacted to, like the Inc. Business Cash Credit Cards is on the list. Says that one is impacted by the 524 rule. The Inc. Business Preferred Credit Card is also impacted. I got it already. I got it, babe. I already have it right here. I already got it. The United Explorer Business Card is also impacted. And they have a list of Chase personal cards that are impacted. The Reserve, CSP, Chase Sapphire Preferred, Chase Sapphire Reserve, Chase Freedom, Freedom Unlimited, Chase Slate, Marriott Bonvoy Boundless Card, Chase Southwest Rapid Rewards Premier Credit Card. That's on the personal credit card, not the business. No, the business is impacted too also as well. Correction. Chase United Mileage Plus Club Card, United Explorer Card. So, I mean, there's a whole list, right, of these. So, yeah. So a lot of that information is in the video that we made too also as well. But now that you have the answer, you don't have to watch the whole video if you don't want to. Unless you want to know about the rest of the information and all the other cards that are impacted too also as well. And what's included and what's not included. Okay, let's see if anyone else has a comment. Okay, Nate says, okay, I'll check out the video after the chat. Okay, awesome. You're definitely welcome, Nate. Anytime, buddy. Okay, great. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. So what I'm going to do right now, if no one else has any other questions or comments, I'm going to go ahead and open up our topic, which, like I said, is going to be a very quick topic here. What I'm going to do is go to Wallet Hub real quick for you guys because I got some news actually yesterday morning. Okay, so if some of you, for for those of you, I should say, for those of you who have been following our previous live stream topics, and you've been following like my credit score in the live where I do show my credit score in the live chat. You know, when there's changes,
Okay.
but if there's no other changes, then there's no reason for me to show it. What you say, Janelle?
I put
You put what's that?
it the reward expectation to the case by 24 rule. I
Oh,
can't put the whole actual link in, but I had to do it that way. So you know what's on.
okay. Yeah. Janelle put this here. This is not an actual link, but she put this in here.
Because it won't let me do it.
What to look up because it wouldn't let her put the link inside the live chat for some reason. That probably has something to do with my settings, maybe. But that's what she looked up
But
too, also, and you can find it
American
there too, also as
affected.
well. Yeah. So, all right. So now back to our topic, but first thing I got to do is share my screen with you guys. So what I'm going to do, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and share the screen here. Okay, here we go. Chrome tab. Right. Oh. Oh, this is quite different from my Streamlabs. Okay, awesome. So if you guys can see the screen clearly, just go ahead and type the number 1 inside of the comments. Again, if you can see the screen clearly, just go ahead and type the number 1 inside of the comments. And Janelle is the first person to type number 1. Thank you for that, Janelle. Cornell has a comment. No, question. Cornell says, do you know Self-Lender offers a secured credit card only to current clients? Yes, I do. I found out the news a couple of days ago. They sent me an email because I also have Self-Lender. But actually, their new name now is Self. And they sent me an email about this secured credit card that they offer. And I mean, it seems interesting, but it's not a credit card that I want to apply for at all, really, because it's another secured credit card. And second of all, it doesn't have any benefits, right? Except the fact that it can help increase your credit score, right? Um, and right now, I don't think I need any more secured credit cards, right? I don't need any more hard inquiries at all, even though they don't give a hard inquiry for that. But I don't need any more new accounts, right? Because the new accounts seem to drag my credit score down for a few months. Actually, I found out that it can drag your credit score and keep your credit score down for at least 3 or 4 months. And it takes a few months of on-time payment history with that new account to bring your credit score back up again, right? I know it's a temporary effect too, also as well. But my plan is to get into the Chase ecosystem, and applying for another credit card will just be holding me back one slot, away from getting that Chase credit card too, also. So I'm not going to apply for anything else until I'm eligible to get the Chase Freedom card, actually. Okay. And the only reason I believe I'm not eligible now is because I probably need a little more credit history, for one. And two, I have too many hard inquiries. Okay. Cornell said I said the same thing. Yeah, I'm not at all interested in the self-lender secured credit card, but we are thinking about making a video about it, however, just for people who may be interested in it. I know it's Self. I just have a habit of saying Self-Lender because their name has been Self-Lender for so long, and then just recently they changed the name to Self. But like I said, I'm not interested at all in applying for this secured credit card. But I might make a quick video about it, for people who may be interested in it. So everyone can see the screen clearly. Okay, good, awesome. All right. So now back here at Wallet Hub. I'm going to, it's to help you build. Janelle says to help you build your credit. Yeah, and it is to help you build your credit, which I don't really knock Self-Lender at all. Yeah, I have Self-Lender. I've used them almost a year now. Actually, it'd be 1 year next month. Actually, with Self-Lender, and they helped my credit score go up over 75 points. Excuse me, that was a sneeze. And I don't regret my experience with what you say, Janelle.
It's the first its kind secure card to use as a unique funding model to provide customers with line of credit without need for a significant upfront investment or credit check.
Yeah, it's a great, it can be, it's good to boost your credit score up, like I said. So it's a good thing, but I wouldn't get it at this point where I'm at right now. I don't need it. Okay, so now we're on Wallet Hub on the site, and the reason I picked Wallet Hub is because it's a quick way for me to get to the score that I'm looking for, and secondly, it applies to this good news that I got. Let's see. So I'm just gonna go ahead and log in real quick. I'm gonna make sure that I put in the right password because I don't want to do that and lock myself out of my own account.
You got that right, Cornell. We are above 550, so it's only good for beginners, which is true.
Yeah, I mean, I agree that that Self-Lender secured credit card is pretty much for like beginners beginning to build credit, first starting to build credit. Okay, so here's the good news, guys. I guess you've seen it already. It's my updated credit score, and this is a TransUnion 752. So it kind of, it was 740 a few days ago and just shot up to 752. I'll show you guys a little. I believe they have like a little chart here, don't they? No?
I am getting close to you.
Yeah, they did. Let me go back one screen. I believe they did have like a little chart thing, credit analysis, I think. That's where you see the chart. No, that's my... Okay, that's the inquiries.
What?
Yeah, so basically, that's the good news that I received. And the reason I did analyze and try to understand more about why my score went up, right? Oh, yeah, thank you for saying that, Cornell. Thank you for the congratulations. I believe it's because my newest credit card account, which is the pedal card, which I'm going to be making a video about that soon. Now, the pedal card, if you guys have been following our live streams, this is a live stream that we made a while back, right? Maybe a few months back, where I got approved for the pedal card. And, they offered me a high limit, right? Which they do. They offer like everyone pretty much a high credit limit. I was very excited about that pedal card because it offers cash back and, things like that. There's no fees to using the pedal card too also. But it is my newest account as of right now. because all the other new accounts that are just as new as the pedal, that were just as new as the pedal card or newer than the pedal card, I closed, right? And every time I closed the new accounts, my credit score went up because I increased my average age of credit, right? But I did not want to close this card, the pedal card, because it offers cash back, right? And I believe it's a good card. I believe it's a decent card. I mean, it doesn't offer like 5%. There's no 5% categories. There's no 3% categories. No 2% cash back. It's just either 1%, right? 1.25% or 1.5%, and it kind of graduates you through the different levels of cash back. So you go from the 1% to the 1.5. I believe it goes a little higher than that, but less than 2%. But it's still a great card. You know what I mean? It's a great card to have. So that's the reason why I did not close it. Now, the thing is with the pedal card is since I opened my pedal card on June 4th, so we have August, no, we have July, August, September. Okay, so it's over 3 months old now. After the 3 months of it being a new account and the payment history being reported to the credit bureaus, now I got all of these points added on to my credit score. So that really is part of the reason why, my credit score went up so much, So I guess now I'm in the category of excellent credit. So I mean, I'm really happy for this news, about that. And this is my first time also being in an excellent credit category, because a lot of the information that we share here on this channel is part of it is about our journey to excellent credit, right? So learning a lot on this journey too also as well. And thank you, Pink Lady Barber, for the congratulations. I appreciate that. Cornell, thank you for the congratulations, Cornell. And Cornell did have another comment, said we're above 550, so it'll be good for the beginners. If I was a beginner, I would use them. Oh yeah, you're talking about the self-secured credit card. Yeah, I agree. You know what I mean? Self-secured credit card, I mean, it's okay. I mean, it's okay for someone, I believe it's good. It's perfect for someone who may have gotten denied from certain credit card issuers, right? If they gotten denied secured credit cards, like from a Discover card, we did have an option for that before, right? We did. Before, a lot of YouTubers, a lot of gurus talk about building credit on YouTube and etc. We're talking about the Open Sky secured credit card. And that was right. Focus on a word was, that is that it was a great option, the best option, one of the best options for people who got denied credit from some of the other major banks like Discover It, Citibank, U.S. Bank, Bank of America, all of those. Maybe even they got denied from Capital One for a secured credit card, and Open Sky would accept them and give them a secured credit card, so that way they can start to build credit with, right? But now that this self-secured credit card has come out, it seems like it's a better, and maybe a better option than the Open Sky credit card. Why? Because, all right, the Open Sky credit card, I believe they do not give a hard inquiry, right? But you have to come up with a deposit for that, right? Now, The self-secured credit card, you really don't need to come up with a deposit. They just take it out of your loan. I believe that's how it works, right? And they also do not give you a hard inquiry either. So um, I believe that's probably the best alternative right now, except for the fact that, if you have an issue with check systems, a really bad issue with check systems, and you owe money to banks, you may not be able to get approved for the self secured credit card or the self loan, the installment loan either, because they are known to have denied people for those reasons, right? But you may be able to get approved for the open sky if you have a bankruptcy on your credit report. So that's one thing there. People who are, just starting out to build credit may want to be aware of that. Janelle Leone shared some, what is that, a congratulations sign? I couldn't really see that. It's so tiny there, Janelle. But thank you for sharing that. Mr. Chocolatazo, Lewis says, congratulations on the road to 850. Thank you for saying that, Lewis. Really appreciate that. Pink Lady says, Lyndon, are you still marinating your credit? Oh, great question, Pink Lady. Yes, actually, I am. I am still marinating my credit because.
That's what you said. Good question.
Yeah, I am still marinating my credit. Let me go back. Okay, I'm back on here. I'm actually still marinating my credit. I've been saying that for a while now. People may say they're in the garden, things like that. But basically, it's just meaning that, you know, similar to a garden, where you're planting seeds. You maybe you already planted the seeds. The seeds can be the credit cards that you open, right? And you're just watering it, you know, taking care of the soil, things, adding fertilizer, things like that, giving it plenty of sunshine, water, things like that it needs to grow, right? That's in the garden, right? But this one is marinating where I'm kind of like, I know I'm using a different analogy here where I'm kind of like, I already added all the ingredients into, the pot. I already stirred it up and everything. Already set the flame. It's cooking. And now it's just sitting there and everything is just marinating, letting the flavor is just settling in, right? And I'm just cooking it until maybe turn the flame down low and cooking it for a long time, just like a spaghetti sauce. So that's what I'm doing with my credit right now. That's why I'm not applying for any new credit, right? Not applying for any loans or nothing that's going to A, open up a new credit account for me, or B, give me a hard inquiry. Okay. Except there's an exception, right? Maybe next month, because we're already in October now, and my self loan, which is an installment loan I opened up in November last year, the term is ending as of next month, which, wow, I'm looking at my calendar. That's barely only in a few weeks, actually, maybe another 3 weeks from now. So I got to make a decision to either I'm going to replace that with either another loan or installment loan. I don't know, some type of loan, because I need to keep up with my credit mix, right? Which the credit mix is 10% of my score. But I'm also going to have to deal with the fact that when I do, if I do choose to open up or take out a new loan next month, that my credit score may go down temporarily for maybe 1 to 3 months because it's a new account. Even though it's an installment loan, right? It's a different type of credit. It The same rule applies to it, right? As a new account, It can bring the credit score down for a few months, maybe 3 months or 4 months tops. And then after that, after a history of on-time reporting payments during that period of time, then my credit score will go back up, right? And the loan, just making the payments on the loan over time, makes the credit score go up even further. So I guess that's the decision I'm going to have to make, Pink Lady. And I only got like maybe 3 or 4 weeks, maybe tops, to make that decision now. I mean, I understand. I'm not looking to apply for a mortgage anytime soon, or a car loan anytime soon, or anything major anytime soon. But I still like to maintain, good credit. I still like to do that. I still like to keep my credit score up as high as I can keep it, or maybe continuing to raise my credit score up, even though I'm not, applying for any major purchase.
I'm not gonna let you.
Janelle says she's not going to let me. Yeah, Janelle, you don't have to do that, because I'm not going to let myself either,
I can, but
not right now anyway. And when we do shoot for a mortgage, it's going to be a while. It's going to be at least maybe, I would say at least 3 years, 4 years tops, because we still want to get all the credit cards that we want to get first. Because when you're doing, like, going through a closing on a house or mortgage, you don't want to apply for anything. Okay. You want to keep your hard inquiries and all that intact, in check, because mortgage, you're dealing with a lender, and they look at things, whereas if you're applying for too much credit in a year's period of time, you're looking thirsty, you're looking desperate. Why is this guy applying for so much credit? Is his finances, is something wrong with his finances? They look at all of these things. So actually, a year before applying for a mortgage, you don't want to be applying for you pretty much want to try not to apply for anything within that year, right? You don't want to attain any hard inquiries. You don't want any new accounts or anything like that. You want to keep your credit intact. You want to keep your credit utilization low, making all your payments on time. I recommend, like, at least your utilization be below 7%. Okay, for sure. So all of these things, all of the credit principles that you've learned about how to maintain your credit. And by the way, we have a live stream topic that we did on that, how to maintain a good credit, right? And that video's here on this channel too also as well. You definitely want to check that out. Some great tips on that too also as well. Nate and Jess, thank you for the hand claps. Really appreciate you. Cornell, Mr. Mentor Freeman says, I'm proud to see this day one till now. Been with you from day one. Great job, bro. Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing that, Cornell. So Cornell's been with us since our first live stream. I don't know if Cornell, did you see the first video that we made? I'm not sure if you saw that one. But yeah, he was day one from the first live stream, right?
With your bushy hair and bushy beard?
With my bushy hair and my bushy beard. Out here looking like Santa Claus and all that. Yeah.
Like an old man.
And then I had the transformation one day and just showed you guys a different side of me. Right, different side of me totally. So yeah, really appreciate you there, Cornell. Thank you for being there from day one. Cornell was there on the holiday. I still can't remember the name. Mardi Gras, the Mardi Gras holiday, when we had our very first. No, Cinco de Mayo. That's right. Janelle had it right. I had it wrong. I don't know why. For some reason, I can't remember Cinco de Mayo. Maybe I have to set that in my head there. I don't know where I get Mardi Gras from, honestly. I really don't know, Janelle. But yeah, it's Cinco de Mayo. It was on the Cinco de Mayo holiday where we had our very
Wow.
first live stream here on this channel. And it just shows you, how this channel progressed, and grew so fast, you know. Um, I believe our first video must have been in April, I believe, sometime in April. Yeah, our first video was. And after that, we got monetized on June 14th. We hit 1,000 subscribers. So that was a great milestone accomplishment for us and our channel here also as well. So uh, thanks to you guys, of course. I really appreciate all of you. Appreciate you, Cornell. Thank you for sharing that too. Also, let's see. Lewis, Mr. Chocolatazo says, T my FICO. Okay, my FICO. They dropped TransUnion on my FICO. They dropped my score today because a new account by Navy Federal posted dropped it from Equifax 33 negative 33 points, TransUnion negative 41 points, and Experian negative 28 points. I really don't not understand what they want. Wow, that's big drops there, Lewis. Let's see. You said it's Navy Federal Credit Union. Yeah, a new account. Did you open a new checking account with them and a credit card also, or just a checking account? Let me know inside the comments because I know. I mean, you're not the first person that's told me this, Lewis. A lot of people have told me the same thing. Actually, what they did tell me was that when they first signed up with Navy Federal Credit Union, not only did the credit score drop, but they got a few hard inquiries. When I say few, more than one hard inquiry, right?
It doesn't matter. Continue the new account. They're going to update it and report to your credit.
Yeah. They got more than one hard inquiry added on there because a lot of the credit unions, what they do.
It's a new credit card.
Oh, new credit card. Okay, so you're talking about a new credit card, not a checking account. Okay, I understand that now. All right. So it's possible. I mean, I don't remember exactly, like if they give you a hard inquiry or not, but I believe it's maybe they gave you a hard inquiry, right, and cause your score to drop. Now, hard inquiries affect different people in different ways, right? Depending on what your credit score is, that will determine how much of an impact that hard inquiry will have, right? If your credit score is in the high 700s or 800s, it may not have much of an impact on your credit score. It will. It will. You're going to. The reality is you're going to lose some points for that hard inquiry. Any way that you look at it, at least for 1 year, it's going to affect your credit score. Okay, it's going to stay on your credit report for a total of 2 years, but it's going to affect your credit score for 1 year. And also, the rules that apply to new accounts also apply to that account too, also as well. So it may be a temporary drop. This drop in your credit score, maybe it probably will be most likely temporary for a few months until the credit bureau starts seeing, the positive payment history and everything being reported from this new account to the credit bureaus. Once that has happened, after about 3 or 4 months, your credit score will go back up and may possibly go higher than it was before. Okay. And that's what happened to me. That's why my credit score jumped up to excellent credit category. Because before I was in a good credit category. Now I'm in an excellent credit category. Now, like the story I told you about my pedal card. So The same rules that apply to new accounts, they apply to all new accounts. Not just Pedal Card, not just Navy Federal Credit Union, all new accounts. Okay, so let's see what else. Do we have any other? Yes, we have another comment here from Lewis. Says, I had all my scores. Now Equifax 776, TransUnion 788, Experian 760 had them most in the 800s. Mad. Yeah, I would be too. Those new accounts, they are a bummer. I'm telling you, they certainly are a pain in the neck because they drag your credit score down. That's why a lot of people that they get approved for a mortgage, they experience that too also from mortgages. Because it doesn't matter what it is. It could be an installment loan, it could be a credit card, department store, credit card, trade line, it could be a car loan, it could be a student loan. It applies to mortgages too. New account, the new account rules apply to mortgages too also as well. That's why a lot of people who just got approved, newly approved for mortgages, they noticed that their credit score dropped as soon as they got approved for the mortgage, and their credit score stayed down for a while until after making the positive payments on time, building that positive payment history with their lender and the credit bureaus, that their credit score actually went up again. So I guess that's what they want. They want to see, the positive payment history. I guess they look down, they frown on new accounts being open, right? Uh, they it's applied to all accounts, all new accounts, mortgages, car loans, credit cards, you name it, installment loans, any type of new accounts. The only thing it does not apply to actually would be something like an authorized user that has credit history, previous credit history, and is not a new account. That's probably one of the things that it does not apply to, right? It's going to apply to a cosigner account too. Like say you and someone else apply for a car as cosigners on the same car loan. It applies that way too, because that's also a new account. The only difference is two people co-signing, right? And I really don't recommend that you co-sign with anyone unless you are the one that is going to make the payments on the loan. And the reason why I say that is because, you can control those payments being made on time if you're making them, right? But you cannot control what someone else does, right? If someone else does not make the payments on time on that loan, then it causes your credit score to tank, right? If you get one single late payment, your credit score can go down over 100 points right there. Say goodbye to good credit. Your credit score can be back in the 500s in no time, right? Just from one late payment. That's all it takes. So if you plan on co-signing on a loan with anyone, make sure that you are the one that are going to make all of the payments. You're the one that's responsible to make all the payments. This way, it protects you, so that way, if anyone screws up, it's you, and not someone else that screws up, that you have no control over their actions, but you have control over your own actions. So that's the reason why I recommend that if you're going to co-sign on anything, make sure you're the one that's making the payments. All right. I think I did I miss it? No, I did not miss a comment. Okay, great. Awesome. We're doing good here, Lyndon. Lewis says, I want to crack the 825 with all. I want to crack the 825 with all. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. 825. That's a great credit score there to have. 825. But hopefully Janelle's really close to 800. Um, I'm not too far away from it. So, we're on our way there. We're on our way for sure. Pink Lady says, Lyndon, what installment loan is on your radar? Great question, Pink Lady.
So,
I think either the self or credit builder loan. The reason I say credit builder loan is because credit builder offers, they pay interest with the loan. Okay. And they pay dividends too with the loan. I don't know how they're able to do that, but that's what they say on the website. Okay. And we also did a video about the uh, Credit Strong. It's Credit Strong loan, not Credit Builder. The name of it is called Credit Strong. But Credit Builder is the name of the playlist that's here on this channel too. If you're interested in watching that video, that live stream topic about Credit Strong, which is an installment loan, builds your credit just as good as the self-lender loan does too also as well. But the difference is it pays you interest. The loans cost less. They're way cheaper to get, and also it pays you dividends too also as well. It has all the other benefits of the self-lender loan too also as well, whereas it does not give you any hard inquiry, anything like that. But it is a new account. Remember that one. Yeah. So it still possibly could affect your credit score for up to 3 or 4 months. And I believe that's the reason why, like when I first signed up with self-lender, that they told me up front that they're going to have a delay in reporting to the credit bureaus. They report to all three major credit bureaus, right? And the delay would be at least 3 to 4 months, right? And I kind of understand that, and so because that kind of saves me the agony of seeing my credit score go down. you know, um, it really does. It kind of saves me that frustration. Be like, dang, just wake up in the morning and be like, dang, I lost, so many 5 points or 8 points on my credit score. Why did my credit score go down? Oh my goodness, I got a new account. Oh yeah. It saves me that. When they take 3 or 4 months to report, that saves me that frustration. I don't have to deal with that. Because when they report 3 or 4 months, that's 3 or 4 months of payment history right there. They're reporting to the credit bureau. Okay. So now technically it's not a new account anymore because the account that they're reporting is 3 or 4 months old. Right. So the rules that apply to a new account do not apply to this. Now, technically, it is still a new account up to 1 year because the definition of a new account is an account that is up to 1 year old. And that's part of the reason why inquiries stay on your credit report that long. I mean, your inquiries affect your credit score that long, I should say. Okay. They stay on your credit report for 2 years. Let's see. We have any other comments here? DJ Lady JTV. What you say, babe?
You.
Okay. Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm getting to the comments really as fast as I can here, DJ Lady JTV says, I want to cancel one of my credit cards. It's less than 6 months old, but don't want it. Any advice on basis to cover to make sure it's done right? Meaning, how will it affect my report? Okay, basically, if you want to cancel one of your credit cards, if it's less than 6 months old, okay. If it's one of your newest accounts, and it's not your oldest account or one of your middle-aged accounts, I should say, then great. Okay. It should not affect your credit score unless it has a credit limit on there that affects your utilization. If it does not affect your utilization, then you should be fine. Okay. In other words, if you already have 0% up to say 3 or to 7% of credit utilization or credit usage already without this card and its credit limit, then you'll be fine if you close that card. Actually, your credit score may go up if you do that. But on the other hand, if that credit limit affects your credit score, in other words, before you got the card, your credit utilization was higher. And then when you got the card, your credit utilization went down and caused your score to go up some. You want to take that in consideration too, also as well. But if it does not, if it won't affect your credit utilization, then there's no harm done in closing down that account, and it actually might make your credit score. It may make your credit score go up. It's not guaranteed, but it may make your credit score go up. Okay, because it may possibly raise your average age of credit. And you could also check that out yourself before you do it. And that's another base to cover besides credit utilization. Is you can just check that out either on a piece of paper, get a paper and a pen out, and write down all the ages of every single credit account that you have, right? Every single credit account. I'm including installment loans and that, whatever it is that's on there. Any credit account, because there's different types of credit. There's installment loans, there's car loans, mortgage loans, personal loans, lines of credit, credit cards, revolving credit, department store, charge cards, all types of credit, right? You want to include all of them. You write down their ages, each one on a piece of paper, and then you want to add all the ages up. Then you want to total them at the bottom of the paper. That number, you want to make sure you keep that number on the bottom. And then what you want to do is count each and every single credit account. Okay. Now remember, you're including all credit types that's on your credit report. Right, you're going to count them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way down to, and figure out how many credit accounts you have, right? Then you total up how many credit accounts you have. And then you're going to take that number and you're going to create an average, right? And that's how you create your average age of credit. Okay, so it's pretty much just math. That's all it is to create your average age of credit. You could also double check that with your any type of credit monitoring service. You can check any credit monitoring service. You can double check that with. Okay. Credit Karma. You can even check that credit age. You can check it on your Experian.com, which gives you a FICO score. You could check that with credit.com, which I believe they give you the Experian score, I believe. Experian Vantage score, yeah. You can check that with any credit monitoring service that you would like to check it with against, to also just keep in mind, though, however, that they update at different times. Like, Credit Karma, they update once a week. So every 7 days, unless there is a drastic change. Maybe your credit score goes up or your credit score goes down, and there's a reason for them to send you out a notification. Then they may give you a refresh within that 7-day period that it takes them to update. Otherwise, you have Wallet Hub, which updates daily. Okay. Most FICO scores update once a month, but however, you can refresh some FICO scores. You can refresh your TransUnion, your Experian, and your Equifax also as well on Experian.com, which they will charge you, I believe, $31.94. One-time charge to get you a refreshed FICO scores on all three of your credit bureaus. And they also give you multiple scores too, also as well, from different scoring systems. Okay, so that's kind of interesting, though. to see. A lot of you who have Experian.com or signed up with them will be able to, you guys already know about that too also as well. So those are some of the bases, DJ Lady JTB, you want to cover. You want to cover, the age of credit thing that I told you can work out with a pen and paper, or even to make it more easier for you, get a calculator, or you can double check it on something like maybe Wallet Hub because they update daily. And also you can check and see how your utilization was. When I talk about your utilization, I'm talking about your overall utilization. Okay. I'm not talking about singling out one particular credit card or another. I'm talking about the total utilization of all your credit cards. And that's where they give you that number, that one number, either on your FICO report or your Vantage report, either one. They both give you a total credit utilization number. Okay. Percentage, that is. Okay, so you want to figure out what that percentage was before you got this card. Okay, and as long as it does not affect your utilization, then you should be fine, right? And so we already covered the age. So those are all the things. And also, there's one more thing, DJ Lady JTV, is that before you cancel this card, what you want to do is you want to call your creditor over the phone. The reason why I say call is because a lot of these websites that creditors have, they don't update like right away, right? You could, if you log into their site like right now and you want to check your balance and what your amount due is, et cetera, you may not be looking at an accurate account of now, okay? You may be looking at an accurate account of yesterday or the day before. When you're talking about creditors like Credit One, you could be looking at a screen shot from a week ago or maybe even 2 weeks ago, because that company takes a very long time to update your balances online. Okay, and it caused a lot of people to fall out of good credit categories and slump down into fair credit categories, and which means a large drop in their credit score because of that. They were unable to see accurate information, on time prompted information. So it's better to just call a creditor. They could probably get more updated information than the website can. And just check and see if you have a balance. And if you don't owe any balance or anything like that on that credit card, then you still don't not want to close it yet. What you want to do is you want to wait about 2 weeks. Wait about 2 weeks and then call them back and ask them the same question. Hey, do I have a balance? If they say no again, you don't owe anything, your balance is zero, then I believe you got the green light. You got the green light. Go ahead, close the card. Because what I'm saying is you do not want to close a card and leave a balance on that card. Okay? Because that's really bad for you, because what a lot of creditors like to do, not all of them, okay, but what a lot of creditors like to do is they will close out the account, and then they will update or change the credit limit, right? What they would do is they would say credit limit zero, right? They would report it as a closed account. They would say credit limit zero. And then if you have a $20 balance, they would say a balance $20. So now it looks like you just went over your credit limit because your credit limit is zero, right? And you got a $20 balance on there. So now they done made it really bad for you. They done killed your credit card utilization. That went sky high, right? Up to maybe over 100%. And it just killed and tanked your credit score. Okay. So you definitely want to cover that base also as well. So that's another base that you can cover, and that's just simply um, zeroing out all balances, double checking with your creditor 2 times, making sure there's no balance on there before you close down an account. Okay. So I believe, I've covered some of the bases for you. I believe that should be most of them. If I left out any of the other bases, I do apologize. But those are the main ones that you definitely want to cover before closing down the account. All right. Lewis says they won't let me hit the 800s. Sorry about that, Lewis. Yeah. But Navy Federal Credit Union is a good thing, though. It's a good thing. They got some awesome benefits over there. They got some awesome rewards on their credit cards. Great interest rates from what I've been hearing. And they're very generous with the credit limits too, also as well. So you may have set yourself up in a good position with Navy Federal Credit Union. And Lewis says, I had the utilization at 0, and they dropped my score also. And I am trying to find the sweet spot, 7%. Yeah. You could definitely, experiment with that. A little too also as well. A lot of people like to do that experiment when they're at 0 and their credit score doesn't move or go up. They experiment with different percentages, which you can do that too also as well. Make sure you make good notations about it. When you're doing an experiment, write it down. Every month you say, well, okay, this month I'm going to pay down my credit cards down to 1%. And I'm going to keep my overall utilization at 1%. Now, as long as you're making all your calculations correct, and the reason why I say make your calculations correct is because you have to total up all the utilizations for each and every single credit card.
That'd be right.
Okay. So you want to make sure you do that accurately and do the same process that the credit bureau does when they calculate it too also. Okay, you should be fine. So all it is an average. That's all they're doing. You're creating an average and getting a final percentage. All right. So you can experiment with that. 1 month you can try 1%, paying your credit cards down that low, and then the next month the 2%, and the 3%, the 4%. You don't even have to pay all your credit cards down that low, right? Some of them you can pay off in full. You could even do it with one credit card if you wanted to make it simple and easy for you. You can pay all of the credit cards off to 0, right? And leave 1 month, you leave 1% on one credit card. The next month, you leave 2% on another credit card. The next month, you leave 3%, 4%. You can even try 7%, but I wouldn't go no higher than that. Definitely would not. Because according to credit expert Al Bingham, he wrote the book called The Road to 850. Any credit utilization over 5% will begin to tank your credit score a little. Not a lot, but a little, That's why I don't like getting into like 10 and 12% and all that. I mean, even if I had an 800 credit score, I still wouldn't do it anyway. Okay. So yeah, to find that sweet spot, Lewis, you got to experiment with it. Okay? You got to experiment with it. Okay, let's see.
Behind me.
Yeah, Janelle's telling me I'm behind on my comments. Okay, Lewis says new credit card. Okay, you're talking about the Navy Federal.
We have
okay.
new people.
Eddie Suarez. Yes, Eddie Suarez.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, Eddie Suarez. You look familiar. Yeah, you definitely been on our channel before. Yeah. We had you here before. Welcome back, Eddie, to the live stream. We really appreciate you. So everyone, please say hello and welcome back to Eddie Suarez. Thank you for joining us once again, Eddie. Eddie says, "Hey, Lyndon, how you doing, Lyndon and Janelle?" We're doing great. We just celebrated our fourth anniversary. Janelle and I have been together for 4 years since October
October 1st.
the 1st. So we celebrated that a couple days ago. So that's how we've been doing. So thank you for joining us. Really appreciate you, Eddie. So everyone, please say hello to Eddie Suarez. Lewis says they gave me $25K and a hard inquiry. Yep. Well, I'm sure that hard inquiry was worth it, right? With a $25K limit, I mean, that's a pretty good credit limit. Let's see. Lewis says the hard inquiry hit me in August, but the new account dropped today. Okay, that's interesting. I wonder why the new account took so long to drop. Some new accounts, they drop like right away as soon as they report. Some of them, they drop late, like there's a delay in the drop. I don't know why that is yet. Pink Lady says, I have yet to see what is happening because of the new card.
Oh, I was talking here about the blue card.
The blue card that you just got.
Yeah. Your new account, when they add to your report as new account, your score would jump a little bit down.
Mm-hmm.
But she said it happened before she got the blue card.
It happened before?
Before she got the blue card.
Must be on another account or something. And
but
well, yeah, Pink Lady. Well, I guess it hasn't happened yet, but it is typical of new accounts, you know, that it does cause a temporary drop in the credit score. That's another reason why a lot of people, you know, some people have had a 780 credit score before and it dropped to 760. Maybe they stayed at 760 for a little bit. Then they started applying for all types of credit and credit cards, and now their credit score is not that high anymore, not any longer. Also because of hard inquiries too. I mean, the new account rules, they're not as harsh as the hard inquiry rules. Those hard inquiries, they stick with you. The effects impacts your credit score for 1 year, like I said, but the new account rule, it does not impact your credit score that long. Lewis says, still have excellent credit, not in the 800 club anymore. Still high 700s. Yep. I'm catching up to you there, Lewis. You know, for sure. So, you know, Janelle and I has come from a long way, you know, for us to be in the excellent credit category. But, you know, we're you know, very grateful from where we're at, from where we came from. It sure was a long way for sure. James Worley, welcome back, buddy.
I know, right?
Glad to see you, James. And when are you making another live stream, by the way? And glad to see you back, James. Thank you so much for joining us once again. So everyone, please say hello to James Worley. James says, have a few updates. Okay, awesome. I am definitely eager to know what those updates are. I'm sure you'll tell me in a second. We have a new person here to our live stream by the name of Salsa, Dominican Republic. And I like the palm tree. I like the beach scene that you showed there. Definitely makes Janelle and I want to go on a vacation. Sure, she's giving me that look. But welcome to our channel there, Salsa. You're always welcome here. Feel free to comment as little or as much as you like to also as well. So everyone, please say hello to Salsa, Salsa, Dominican Republic. Okay, definitely Dominican Republic. Let me know if I pronounce that name correctly, because I'm not quite sure how to pronounce it. But definitely let me know in the comments, because I would like to get everyone's name right. You know, I don't want to mispronunciate anyone's name at all if I could avoid it. Thank you for saying that. I really appreciate you too, also as well. James Worley, here's an update for us. James says my FICO 8 is up to 728. Good job there, James. Congratulations on that. Up to 728. Wow, that's just awesome. Awesome. Great job there, James. So everyone, please say congratulations to James Worley. He just got his FICO 8 score up to 728. Doing a great job over there. Excellent. Okay, so Cornell, thank you so much for sharing. Cornell says Janelle is close to 800. Yeah, she's not too far. When I say close, she's about 30 points
reading the comment, you'll
away from the 800s. She's got a 770 TransUnion FICO, but it's expected to go up very shortly. Okay.
Keep going.
Let's see. Next up, Eddie. Eddie says just a few points after you close it because it's a new account. Yeah. That's what happened to me too. Also, I mean, I closed down my first new account, right? My first newest account. As soon as I closed it, my credit score shot up, right? So I said, wait a minute. What's causing the credit score to shoot up like this, to go up like this? So I said, okay, I see other new accounts on here, on my credit report, that is, I was looking at. So I looked at some authorized users I had on there that was a new account. I said, wait a minute, this one is new, this one is new, this one is new, this one is new, right? Because I had one that was authorized user that was 6 years old, right? So I said, well, anything equal to or less than my own credit history is a new account, right? And I don't need to keep it on there if it's gonna keep my credit score down, right? So I just closed another one, and then my credit score went up again. I was like, okay, I could keep doing this all day. So I closed another authorized user account, and the credit score went up again. Then I had an Ox Publishing account and a Hutton Chase account. I had a Credit One account. I had an Avant card. All of these was all new accounts, right? Maybe 1 month old or 2 months old, right? Started closing them down. All of them. Boom, 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 boom. Credit score went up again. It kept going up. So, I mean, I have no regrets in closing new accounts, okay? The only regret that I may have, which I don't, is if I would have closed up my oldest account, okay, that I would definitely regret, because that causes your credit score to go down, okay, because it shortens your credit history and it also shortens your average age of credit. Cornell says, congratulations, Janelle. Yeah. You hear that, Janelle? Yeah, Cornell. There's a video we actually made there where we got the good credit news on Janelle. I believe the name of that video was called Janelle's Good Credit News. Yeah. And it's here on this channel too, also as well. That was part one. Okay. So that's where we went on live and we shared the screen with everyone. And we went to Experian.com. We went to her FICO score, and that's when we found the TransUnion FICO score, because on Experian.com, you can see all three credit bureaus. And that's when we found out that her credit score was 770 FICO. So, yeah.
We'll do part two in a couple weeks.
Yeah, Janelle says she's going to do part two in a couple weeks, or when her credit report updates. Eddie says hi to Janelle. And let's see any other comments. Keep going. Javier Ramirez says, what card should I get after completing the Chase trifecta? I have Chase Sapphire Preferred, Chase Freedom, and Chase Freedom Unlimited. Looking to stay in the Chase ecosystem. Thinking of Southwest Priority and World of Hyatt card. Okay. Well, I know for one, you definitely want to get some of the American Express cards. Okay. Because American Express is also another great ecosystem and trifecta that you want to get. Okay. Because I believe that Chase is a great all around credit card rewards card where it covers a lot of different areas. It covered a lot more areas than American Express did. Well, however, American Express also offers almost the best in luxury features. Okay. So just having an American Express trifecta is definitely a good thing to have to complement your Chase trifecta. Okay. And that ecosystem is great too, also as well. Okay. So I would say you want to try to get some American Express cards. World of Hyatt, it sounds good too, also as well. But Javier, I'm gonna let you know on a great YouTube channel where they do live streams too. Our buddy David from Travel Explore Click, he does a lot of live streams about travel rewards credit cards too, also as well, and points and miles and everything where you definitely want to. He's sometimes in the stream too, also as well, in the live stream with us. But his YouTube channel is called Travel Explore Click. So he focuses specifically on that, whereas we focus on building credit and increasing your credit score. He focuses on mainly travel rewards points and travel rewards credit cards and how to do all of that, all the details. And that's what he specializes in. I don't know when his next live stream is. Actually, I think he does on the weekend. But the name of the YouTube channel is called Travel Explore Click. We're there. Janelle and I are there mostly every time that he does a live stream too, also as well. Because, it's just a great live stream. It's a lot of fun to participate in too. Also, he plays some great games, credit card games. He plays in a lot of great boats, and it's just an all around great live stream to participate in. So you definitely want to check it out. Janelle says, I'm getting closer to Linden scores. Actually, no, Janelle, you passed me. You
No,
passed.
you're not.
Yes, you did. Your FICO score is 770. 770. Okay, mine is 7. I'm 752. You're 750. That's almost 20 points past me. So I don't know what Janelle's talking about here. She's passed me and her FICO score. And that's mainly because she does not have any collections on our TransUnion.
One.
No, none on a TransUnion.
No, if I have one on.
No, on Equifax, I think you have one in Experian, but TransUnion, she doesn't have anything negative that is. That's Panda over here. She's getting to wave to you guys.
Pink Lady.
Yeah, we haven't had him on camera for a while here.
Pink Lady want to see him.
He's a big guy, big fella here. He was jumping up on a computer
Pink Lady, Barbara?
The other day in the last live stream, like he wanted to get on camera or something. So, yeah.
Hi, guys.
So that's Panda there.
Back to Mama.
Back to Mama there.
Snuggle Buggle.
So I don't know what Janelle's talking about. She already got me beat. Okay. DJ Lady JTB says, okay, I'm good on utilization with other accounts. Awesome. Okay. I'm just worried of it being reported negatively on my report. Yes, that's the reason why, DJ Lady JTB, that's the reason why I'm telling you to make sure that there's no balance on there when you close it out. For sure. You want to make sure there's no balance. Even if you have to overpay, send them an extra $20 just to make sure. I mean, what's the worst thing that could happen if you send them an extra $20 or $30? They're just going to send you the same $20 in a check in the mail, saying that you went over, That's what happened to me. A lot of times I made overpaid on my credit card bill, meaning that I paid the balance off all the way to zero, and I also sent extra money because I was looking at a snapshot online on my account online on their website, and their website just was not an accurate update of right now, you know. So I was thinking, well, I owed more money than I actually owed. So the extra money they sent back in a check in the mail to me. Actually, I've done at least almost $300 extra overpaid, and they sent me a check in the mail one day for almost $300. So I mean, it doesn't hurt to do that. I mean, it's just gonna send you a check in the mail anyway, right back to you, right? But yeah, you definitely do not want to leave a balance on there. All right, but it's a good thing that you're worried about that because it just means that you're definitely gonna be on top of it. You know. Okay, so let's see. Any other
It's 11:35. You
comments?
better hurry on
Okay.
up. Everybody got to go to bed.
Yeah, it will. It will go back up, Lewis, for sure. You're definitely welcome, Lewis. And Janelle says she's still working on her last medical collections. All she has is one left. Yep. She only has one left to go. Okay. Janelle says Panda the Panther was trying to knock my phone out of my hand while I was typing. LOL. I believe that. Pink Lady says, hello, my friend, Panda the Panther. Yes, I'm sure. Panda says hello right back to you, Pink Lady. Okay, let's see any other. Okay, more from Lewis. Lewis says, I have 2 credit cards and a car loan with Navy Federal. Okay, good. So you have a pretty decent credit mix there. So that's a good thing. You got the car loan, you got some credit cards too, and you definitely need that. The revolving credit, the car loans, too, also as well. Charge cards wouldn't hurt. I mean, would actually add on there. Retail credit cards is also included in the credit mix too, also as well. Anything, mortgages, mortgage loans, student loans is included too. Personal loans, any type of installment loan, that's all included in the credit mix. And credit mix accounts for 10% of your credit score too, also as well. Lewis says, I read that book back in 2016. Oh, The Road to 850. Yeah. So, it's a pretty good book. I enjoyed the book. Great content in the book, too, also as well. I like a lot of things that Al Bingham said. He brought up a lot of good points that a lot of people don't typically bring up. Like a lot of YouTubers, etc., talk about credit. A lot of them don't bring up these type of issues that he brings up. Eddie Suarez says, good to be back. Congrats. Oh, thank you so much, Eddie. Really appreciate that. We're glad to see you back again. Welcome back. Pink Lady, thank you for the hand claps. Light Giver. Oh, okay. Everyone, please welcome Light Giver, who is a new person to our live stream. We appreciate you and welcome to our live stream. You're always welcome here too, also as well. Feel free to comment as little or as much as you like. If you see questions here in the comments, feel free to answer them if you like. So everyone, please say hello to our new person here, Light Giver. So everyone, please say hello to Light Giver. Thank you so much for that. In this 750 club, yeah, for sure. I'm new to the 750 club. I just joined a couple of days ago. Yes. Okay, so everyone, if you haven't already, please say hello to Light Giver.
Cornell. Shame on you. Sorry.
Okay, so let's see, what do we have here? Okay, so any other comments I missed? Oh, okay. Cornell says, all of my personal cards are in the garden. I use my Amex business card to keep my inquiries down. 706, 706, 710. Congratulations there, Cornell. Excellent. it is a great strategy to using those business credit cards. You know, especially if it's a business credit card that does not report to your personal credit report. Okay, if it does not report to your personal credit, then I mean that utilization right there is not gonna hurt your credit score if it's a lot of utilization, if it's a high utilization, that is. Okay. And a lot of people do that. You know, they use some credit cards that offer, you know, great points and rewards, miles, and all of these great rewards. And they run the spending up on the business cards. I mean, when I mean run it up, I mean the normal spending. Okay, not anything that they don't normally pay for or buy each month, right? And it does not report to their personal credit, so it will not affect their utilization. And business credit reporting with the business credit bureaus, they don't take into account all of those things that the personal credit bureaus do, like TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. And Dun and Bradstreet, Equifax Business, and Experian Business, they don't. They're not big on credit card utilization. Okay, they may be bigger on other things. Okay, so that's why having a high utilization on a business credit card that only reports to a business credit bureau will not harm your personal credit. Okay, and a lot of people do use that. Like as a matter of fact, one of my buddies, he has 3 Chase Business Inc. cards, right? He actually has 3 Chase business cards, and they all earn points and rewards. And he uses them because they offer the high rewards, and a lot of them give a high bonus, sign up bonuses, and they don't affect his personal credit. Okay, and he gets a higher rewards on them, so he uses them a lot. Okay, and that's his try. This is his idea of a Chase trifecta. Javier says, love TEC. Okay, gotcha. Thanks for the info. Yes, definitely. You're definitely welcome, Javier. Pink Lady, thank you for the hand claps. And let's see any other. Okay, Janelle says, LOL, both Pink Lady was reading each other's mind to ask the same question. So I guess you and Janelle were kind of thinking the same things.
We were at Cornell.
Oh, okay. You're talking to Cornell. Cornell says, I also have one paid collection I need to dispute. Yeah, definitely. You want to dispute those first and foremost. Okay. You want to start disputing them first.
Keep doing it until it's done.
Yeah. Janelle says the same thing.
That's what I'm trying to do with my medical. Keep doing it.
Doing it. Yeah. Janelle says just keep doing it. Keep disputing those collections.
It can't. I'm doing it so many times.
It can be done. You know, it can be done. It may take a while, but it can be done. It may seem frustrating, but it can be done. You know, and if all the disputing seems like it's not working or it's not, you know, getting deleted, there's other things you can try to do. You know, you can try to go for a pay for delete agreement. You can try that. You know, but just keep in mind that how much it affects your credit score depends on how old the collection is. Okay, the older the collection, the less it affects your credit score. So, you know, if it's over 3 or 4 years old, I wouldn't, you know,
keep doing it.
I wouldn't keep worrying about it so much. But you know, you could definitely continue disputing it.
Same thing with me with my address. I still have some on there. I've been disputing every month.
Yeah. Janelle is
they got most of it, but
she did really good actually disputing her collections, 4 collections on TransUnion, and she got all of them deleted. You know, now she's still working on the Equifax, right?
Experian, Equifax is the same one. It's one of each. It's the same thing. Once I work on Experian, Equifax will go off too.
Yeah. So she's saying once she works
So I
on
got one left to go.
Experian,
And
the
way to do it.
Equifax will go away too. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Cornell also says when I first started applying, I didn't know about the damage of inquiries that what it would do to my credit score. Now I know better. Yeah. We all, a lot of us were like that. I was like that. I was like that. When I first started building credit, I didn't know a lot about what I was doing either. I just thought, well, okay, I need to build credit. I need to raise my credit score. I need to get good credit. So I just went out there. Actually, you guys can check out my one of my first videos that I made here on this channel, and it's called From 528 to 7 to over 720 credit score. Okay. That one it comes in 4 parts. There's 4 parts to it. Part 1, part 2, 3 and 4. Each one is different. Part 1, talk about all the trade lines that I applied for, that I opened up, all the accounts I opened up when I first started building credit. And part 2 pretty much deals with, I believe, the credit repair aspect of it. Me working, on all those collections that I had on my credit report, because I believe I had 5 of them. And part 3 actually takes you on screen and shows you all the details of each and every single trade line that I talked about in part 1, right? And so all of that goes into detail. And the other part, it just simply compares different credit repair companies that I worked with, right? And I actually made a separate video too, also about that too, also. And the name of that is called, Qualities of a Good Credit Repair Service, right? And that is also on a playlist here on this channel called If You're Looking for a Credit Repair Company, right? And it basically talks about what to look for in a credit repair company if you're shopping around for one. Maybe you need someone to do credit repair for you because maybe you don't have the time to sit down and write all of these letters. You just want to outsource it out to somebody else and do it for you. Well, I go over certain things that you should look for when choosing a good credit repair service. Okay, so we have any other comments here? Cornell says, yes, Janelle, it'll be next year before I think about to apply for anything else. My car was a need. Yeah, don't feel bad, Cornell. I mean, hey, I'm not applying for anything for a long time. I'm actually looking at the calendar here. It'll be a long time. Let me put it that way. Probably 2021. Yeah, 2021. Lewis says, I use all my Chase Ink cards. It keeps my personal utilization low, and since the Chase Ink Cash and Unlimited have a 12-month interest free. Yep. See, there you go. You're doing it for sure. And that's how you do it. You maximize your rewards. A great way to keep your utilization low by using the business cards, not affecting your personal credit, and taking advantage of the 12 months interest free offer too also as well. Okay. Cornell says, Janelle, are you disputing with letters?
Any comment on it? But
Yeah.
explain it a little better than what I just said.
Yeah. Cornell Janelle just explained that in a comment. No, she's not. Yeah, she's just been. No, not letters. Letters, no.
No, I said no. I'm not
yeah, as I said,
letters.
no. Yeah. So she just explained that in a comment. There, I'll just put that up on the screen. Right.
Can you explain it if a little better? And also, Cornell, it's JA, not JE.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Janelle says JA, not JE.
It's okay.
That's okay. So pretty much that's Janelle just pretty much disputed it. Her approach was not, well, it could be typical, could be not. I don't know. but she just pretty much disputed it. Her situation was like the credit collection that's on there. It just she's not responsible for it. In other words,
Argentinian,
right?
Italian.
Yeah, I put it right there. It's up on the screen.
Yeah. And the address,
So
I do the same thing. The address, I've been doing it every month.
she's been
I got a
disputing.
lot of them up. They just still got a few more
She just
still trying in
yeah.
my last name.
She's been disputed the addresses
Every
too.
month.
To make sure that because they keep trying to put old addresses on her credit report, and she's still.
Thank you, Cornell.
Yeah, you heard. I'm sure Cornell heard that. All right, so thank you so much for joining everyone who joined tonight. It's already 11:48 Central Time too. Also, as well, I'm getting ready to wrap this up. So, as a tradition, I'd like to say a special thank you to everyone who has just joined us in tonight's live stream too. Also, as well. So, special thank you to DJ Lady JTV. Thank you so much for joining. Special thank you to David Amex King Moss. Also, as well. So, everyone, you definitely want to subscribe to his channel. All you got to do is click on his name here in the chat. That will take you to his channel. Special thank you to Mr. Chocolatazo. Thank you so much for joining too also as well. Speaking of which, Lewis says, what I'm doing is leveraging my credit and business cards credit to finance real estate investments. Very smart move there, Lewis. Thank you so much for sharing that too also as well. Special thank you as well to Pink Lady Barber. Pink Lady Barber, thank you for joining. Special thank you to Nate and Jess and Jessica R. Thank you so much for participating. Really appreciate that. Special thank you to Cornell, Mr. Mentor Freeman, too also as well. And Janelle says, thank you all for coming on to our live stream as a short notice, but it was good to see you all. I already got Lewis's comment, Janelle. Justin Stone, thank you so much for joining. Justin is also a new person here in our live stream. So everyone, please, if you haven't already, please say hello to Justin Stone. Special thank you as well to Javier Ramirez, who is also a new person to our live stream. If you haven't done so yet, also please say hello to Javier Ramirez. A special thank you as well to Sneaky25. Sneaky25, thank you for joining. And Brian Taylor, thank you for participating. Really appreciate you, brother. Brian Taylor also has his own YouTube channel. He talks about credit repair too also as well. So if you're interested in that, you want to see what he has to offer on his channel, click on his name, Brian Taylor, inside the chat. Go to the channel and check it out. Also want to say a special thank you to Eddie Suarez. Eddie, thank you so much for joining. Really appreciate you. And James Worley, welcome back again, James Worley, and let us know when you're having your next live stream. Or, you know what, I'll see it in my notification on my YouTube feed. So I'll know when you go live next time. Everyone, James Worley also has his own YouTube channel. He does live streams sometimes too also as well. So if you're interested in, he talks about like reality events, what his life is like. And if you're interested in, joining that live stream, you definitely can subscribe by clicking on his name here in the chat. Also want to welcome another new person by the name of Salsa, Dominican Republic. Salsa, thank you so much for joining. We really appreciate you, Salsa. And everyone, if you haven't already, please say hello to Salsa, Dominican Republic. And also another new person that joined us tonight by the name of Light Giver. So everyone, please say hello. If you haven't already, please say hello to Light Giver too also as well. Thank you for joining us, Salsa and Light Giver, Javier, Justin Stone, all of you new people. Really appreciate all of you. We look forward to seeing you also in many more live streams to come in the future too also as well. Thank you so much for joining. And if you haven't already, and if you're looking for ways to build your credit, increase your credit score to travel the world for free, get business credit, business funding, personal loans, lines of credit, maybe you just want to travel the world for free. Well, it really starts with building credit. So if you're interested in those things, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications too also as well. That way you will never miss a single video as we make them here on this channel too also as well. Links to follow me can be found on the bottom of the about section of this channel too also as well. Join our Patreon to support our channel, or you can send a donation through the Cash App to $Lyndon Baptiste. Or you can send a super chat too. We'll welcome any support for the channel. Helps us make better videos and content to also as well upgrade some of our equipment, cameras, microphones, etc. So thank you all of you for joining to also as well. And from all of us, Janelle, Panda, Bridget, and I, all of us at the
before you go.
How to Get an 800 Credit Score family. First, Janelle says, "You all mean the world to me, and if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be where I am on my credit scores." Okay, yep. And she will also keep you posted on her credit report in a couple of weeks, and we will do the live stream soon. Yes, we will do all of that. Yes, for sure. So again, from all of us here and the How to Get an 800 Credit Score family, I want to say keep safe, stay blessed, and we'll see all of you in the next one. Thank you. Have a great night.